Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another What I Eat in a Day video. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Kristi. So today it's actually Super Bowl Sunday for me. For you, it's probably a couple weeks, maybe a couple weeks later. But I wanted to share with you what I ate in a day yesterday. So my plans for this weekend were that for today, Super Bowl Sunday, we thought about getting pizza and wings, ordering out, but I decided that I can just kind of at least make a little bit better choices and make things at home. So let me share with you what we are planning to have today. So I made strombolis, absolutely love these. I've made those several times before. I've got a 7-layer dip that I threw together. These are little cheese stuffed turkey sausages, and then garlic parmesan wings and teriyaki wings. So that's what we're planning on having today. So I wouldn't necessarily call them point and calorie friendly, but I definitely say that they are better than what we would get if we're eating out. Now the stromboli I do consider point and calorie friendly because that's one that's been on my website for a while. I'll link it down below. And in fact, I'm going to be doing a video showing how I make that. So watch for that video soon. Now I do have some veggies, some carrots and some celery and things like that to go with it. So it's not just going to be those things. So the purpose of this video though is to show you how yesterday I wanted to eat a little bit lighter than normal. So I was shooting for about 1,200 to 1,300 calories and keeping it at my 27 points for WW. So typically I don't like to only have my 27 or 1,200 calories. To me, that's low for my body. I do like to keep it up higher, but if I'm doing days like, where I'm having a higher day today, that's perfectly fine for my body. I'm barely 5 foot tall. So as long as I'm throughout the week averaging where I should be for my height, my age, then I'm fine with that. So let's jump into yesterday's video and show you what my day looked like.
It's a journey for life and I'm your ride. Hang on. We'll be long gone.
So starting off with my coffee, at this point I've already drank a bottle of water. I always start my morning with a bottle of water in the morning. So this is just 1 cup of coffee. I'm going to end up having 2 cups of coffee, but I don't show the second cup. So for both my cups of coffee, I use the 0 sugar sweet Italian cream coffee creamer, 15 calories for 1 tablespoon. I use probably between 4 and 5 tablespoons between the 2 cups. So I count my morning coffee as 2. And then I usually put 1 packet of Splenda in each cup. And then sometimes I also use the Torani French vanilla syrup. I usually will just kind of pour a little bit in there as well. But if I do add that, it's 0 points and also 0 calories. So I count for my 2 cups of coffee, I count it as 2 points and about 60 calories. So for breakfast this morning, I'm having some eggs and some avocado and some mixed greens. So you're going to see a theme today. I'm going to be using quite a few of these mixed greens. I really want to kind of fill up on really good veggies in preparation for tomorrow for the Super Bowl, and just in case I end up overeating a little bit. So I just have some fried eggs here and some avocado. So I have 2 eggs, and then I have about 35 grams of avocado. You can have 35 grams for 1 point. And then I'm also having the mixed greens, and for my dressing on the mixed greens, I've just been using regular oil and vinegar, and I actually really like that on there. And then of course, everything bagel seasoning, I pretty much put on everything. So for my breakfast this morning, it's 6 points, and I earned 1 point back from the vegetables, and then the calories on it is 246. All right, my breakfast was a little bit lighter than normal, so I'm going to have this Good Culture low-fat cottage cheese for morning snack. And for this kind, I've talked about this kind so much. I absolutely love this kind. This is 120 calories for the container, or 2 points. And actually, if you buy the bigger container and you measure it out, you can have 3/4 of a cup for 2 points. So I'm just going to be having this, and then in a minute I'm going to show you my apple. I didn't end up eating them together, so I kind of show you the apple after, because I ended up cutting up an apple and having it with that, and I forgot to show that. So I'm just showing you that I did have an apple with that as well. So 2 point snack, 2 points for the cottage cheese, 0 for the apple, and then about 220 calories for both of them. So now for lunch, I'm going to make a wrap. I'm going to use these high fiber, the Extreme Wellness high fiber wraps. For these, you can have 1 for 1 point or 50 calories for 1. So one of the good things with making these wraps is you can make them however you want. You can put, whether you use sandwich meat or cook up some chicken and put those in there with, you know, some type of yogurt sauce, whatever you want, you can make these your own. I'm doing these a little bit more processed than I care to. So y'all know I do pretty much an 80-20 rule. 80% I like to have mostly whole foods, and 20% is kind of things that are more processed. So for today, that's what this falls into, that 20%. So I'm going to be using this Laughing Cow cheese wedge. I'm going to use this instead of mayonnaise. So I'm just going to spread the Laughing Cow cheese on there. And then to that, I'm going to add my mixed greens. So use whatever you want. If you prefer just iceberg lettuce, whatever you want. So my mixed greens are going on there. And then I'm going to use 4 slices of this uncured Canadian bacon that I get from Sam's Club. So you're going to have 4 slices for 1 point. And then I'm also going to use a mozzarella string cheese. And I'm just going to kind of roll that up. So I'm just going to set that in the middle and then kind of roll it up like a burrito. And that's going to be my lunch for today. So it kind of looks a little bit strange when you look at it inside, but it was actually pretty good. So then with that, I'm going to have some salsa. I wanted something to kind of dip it in. So I remembered that I had some salsa in my fridge, so I thought that would be good to dip it in. For this kind, it is 0 points for 2 tablespoons or just 10 calories for 2 tablespoons. So I'm just going to dip that wrap right in there, and that is going to be my lunch. So this is going to be 5 points and 223 calories. So here I have an empty green bowl because I forgot to share with you, I did end up having some carrots this afternoon. I've been really enjoying carrots with hummus, but I was all out of hummus, so I just had some plain carrots. So 0 points and about 52 calories for 1 cup of carrots. And I also earned back 1 point from having that cup of carrots. So now it's dinner time and I'm throwing together a new recipe. So this is going to be chicken with Parmesan cream sauce. And I did one recently that was a home chef recipe that was for like an onion type of sauce. I'm going to be putting this recipe out and show you how to make this because this turned out really, really good. So I'm going to have some mixed greens there, and with my mixed greens, I'm just going to do some oil and vinegar on those. I'm putting that cream sauce on there, that Parmesan cream sauce with mushrooms. It was so good. I'm also going to put some slivered almonds and a little bit of Parmesan all over the dish. So this ended up being 6 points, 1 point earned back from the vegetables, and 387 calories. And I'm telling you, this was really, really good. I can't wait to share this recipe with you. As you can see, there's my thumbs up from it. So definitely something that I will be making again very soon. Absolutely love this recipe. All right, so now tonight, instead of a snack, I'm going to make myself a French vanilla cappuccino. I don't typically have caffeine at night, so I'm using this half caffeinated New England coffee. I think I bought this BOGO. It was in my freezer. So I have a little thing on the spoon that says specialty, tells me to put in 2 scoops of that size for the specialty. I have the Ninja Specialty coffee maker, so I'll be sure to link that down below. I also have a review video of this coffee maker if you're interested in that. So I'm just putting 1 cup on there. It's actually really concentrated when you do a cappuccino, so it's only going to actually fill up probably halfway with the coffee. The rest of it is going to be froth. So I'm using some unsweetened almond milk. I've got a half a cup here, and actually that was cashew milk, unsweetened cashew milk. I'm going to pop that in my microwave because this one, the frother doesn't warm, it just froths it. So also I'm going to use this Torani French vanilla syrup. And I think I forgot to mention, when I'm microwaving the milk, I just do it in the microwave for about 30 seconds. So now I'm just going to froth it for, I don't know, I usually do between 15 and 30 seconds. Just has a little hand frother on the side there. And that's it. That's going to be the froth that I'm going to put on top of it. Sometimes I actually do the froth first and let the coffee kind of drip into it. But today I'm going to be putting the froth over the top of the coffee. So now I just washed that and I'm just popping that back on there. And now the froth goes in, and then, like I said, the Torani French vanilla, and that's going to be my cappuccino for the night. And this comes out to 0 points and only about 15 calories. And that's the last thing I'm having tonight. And I forget to show, but I did end up with 8 glasses of water for today. So 21 out of 27 points I ended up with earned back 4, had 10 remaining, and 1,268 calories. Again, very low for me. I don't like to have usually below 1,500 calories, and I always try to eat way up on the high part of my points. But like I said, as long as I'm having, a low point, low calorie day one day, as long as then the next day I go up. For example, last week I had one day where I had, I think, 1,300 calories, and then the next day I ended up with 2,200 calories. So as long as I average it out for the week, that's basically what works for me. So that's how I prepared myself, but it's very possible that it's all in my mind and I may not even eat very much tonight. So if that's the case, then I'll have a couple high days throughout the week just to kind of even out, so that for that low day I had yesterday. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you're new, I hope you'll subscribe. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one.
The journey.